Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming kind of like a bit of a everything vlog in terms of like book stuff. So I've not filmed one of these before, but basically it's kind of like a reading vlog, but it has a little bit more to it. So like I will obviously be reading, but I'm also going to be doing my reading journal. I need to catch up. I've just printed out the books that I need to actually do a spread on. I've been so behind with my journal because currently John's been using my desk, and that has meant that like a lot of his stuff is there rather than mine, and I've not been able to like get my creative juices flowing. So yeah, so yesterday I went with my friend to do some shopping, which you will have probably seen the clips of already. But we went to Waterstones and the Works, and I picked up 4 books because why not? Now I do have millions and millions of books that I need to get through, but you know, I can't help it every now and again going on a little book spree. So I ended up buying 4 books, and then so I went shopping, gonna do some reading, gonna do my journal, probably gonna do some reading in the bath actually, just to chill. I really need a chill this weekend. It's like just everything's kind of getting on top of me, so I need to have something that will chill me out, which is a bath. And yeah, so that's that. So I got 4 books. Whoa. So I got these 4 books, and some of them have been on my list for a while, whereas other ones are kind of ones that I just felt like picking up at the time. So here they are. And yeah, so I'm going to go through them now. So the ones I got from Waterstones, I've got 2 from each. So the first one is this a memoir or is it just a like biography? It says it's an autobiography, but it is Britney Spears' The Woman in Me autobiography, and it's actually a lot shorter than I thought, and same with Matthew Perry's actually. When I was considering getting that one, because I do want to get it, but I want it in hardback, the Matthew Perry one, because I'm a massive Friends fan. So I do want to get that in a hardback really, rather than a paperback. But yeah, so basically they're actually a lot thinner than I expected them to be, but this is the Britney Spears one, and I think this came out last year or at the start of this year, and I've been wanting to pick it up just to give it a read and just to learn more about her story and what she kind of has to say. So I'll read the blurb to you. In June 2021, the whole world was listening as Britney Spears spoke in open court. The impact of sharing her voice, her truth, was undeniable, and it changed the course of her life and the lives of countless others. The Woman in Me reveals for the first time her incredible journey and the strength at the core of one of the greatest performers in pop music history. Written with remarkable candour and humour, Spears' groundbreaking book illustrates the enduring power of music and love, and the importance of a woman telling her own story on her own terms at last. So yeah, it's really interesting to read this, see what she has to say, and I'm looking forward to reading about this. So yeah, so that was the first one. These both were in the buy one get one half price that they do at Waterstones, so that's why I thought I might as well pick it up. This one really stuck out to me based on the cover. The cover looks so interesting, but I also read the blurb as well, which sounded really interesting. So this is what it looks like. And it is Delagut Dream Department Store, and it is by Mai Lee or Mei Lee. I think that's how you say it, Mei Lee or Mai Lee. Not 100% certain, so I'm really sorry if I butchered that. But I love how colourful this cover is. I think it's really, really pretty. Definitely one of the prettiest books that I picked up this year, for certain. But again, it was in the buy one get one half price, so I thought I'd pick it up. So this is what it says. In a mysterious town hidden in our collective subconscious, there's a department store that sells dreams. Day and night, visitors both human and animal shuffle in to purchase their latest adventure. Each floor specialising in a specific type of dream. Childhood memories, ice skating, dreams of stardom, your crush. Flying dreams are almost always sold out. Dreams of your favourite food can make you feel like you can almost taste it. Join Penny, an enthusiastic new hire, as she uncovers the workings of this whimsical world and bonds with a cast of unforgettable characters, including Mrs. Weather, her reliable, confident Baby Nap Rockabye, a famous dream designer, Maxim, a nightmare producer, and Delegat himself, the flamboyant and genius mastermind behind the store. This is the first magical book in a best-selling duology for anyone exhausted from the reality of their daily life. So yeah, so it'll be really interesting. I think it's basically about different people's dreams and people coming in to buy certain types of dreams. So it's really interesting concepts actually, that this sort of idea that you would go to a shop and buy a dream and that's the dream that you would experience. That's a really interesting way of thinking about dreams and dreaming. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this and seeing what that story is about. The third one is one that I've had basically on my vintage favourites, because I like buying books off vintage if they are in good condition, for a while. And I'm not a massive I think it's American football. By the look of the ball, it's either rugby or American football. I think it's American football because it's not fully brown. It has the white bits on, so I'm guessing it's American football. But basically this is a really popular TikTok book. It's actually a lot thicker than I thought it would be in comparison to the other two. And it is Say You Swear by Megan Brandy, and this is a American football romance, I believe. I don't know too much about it, but I've heard so many people reading this that I've been really interested in reading it for myself, so that is why I picked it up. It was £3 from the works, and I guess you just can't go wrong with that, because it probably would have cost me more if I got it off vintage second hand. So that's why I decided to get it then. So the blurb says, "For years I've dreamt of what college life could bring, and while some things changed, there was always one constant. It didn't matter how wild I allowed my imagination to run, my future was clear, and he was in it. Until suddenly, he wasn't. Now there's a new man in my life, one who isn't afraid to go after what he wants, and what he wants is me." So basically just a romance and maybe like a coming of age story. These are at college. And yeah, so I'm gonna give this a read when I get around to it. And yeah, like I say, it's really thick. It's for a romance book, this is really thick. It's like over 500 pages, so this is definitely one that I'm probably gonna not be tempted to pick up straight away, just because 500 page plus books really scare me. But yeah, so that's Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. And the final one, I've seen this series around, and I don't know whether I'm going to love it or whether I'm going to hate it, but I've seen people talk about it, and I think people either love it or they hate it, so I'm probably in that same boat. But it is Filthy Rich Vampire series by Geneva Lee. So this book is in a series. It's the first one. So I'm looking forward to reading it and trying it. But it's always interested me. I don't really know much about it, but I guess we'll read from the blurb a little bit more. But this was in the 3 for £6 deal. I didn't actually get 3 books from there, but yeah, it was £2.50. So that's really cheap for a book. Especially if you bought it from Waterstones, for example, it would be £9.99. So definitely love the works for that. So this is the blurb. Julian Rousseau has a problem. He's single, and for the world's wealthiest vampires, the social season is about to begin. Julian would rather stake himself than participate in the marriage market, but as the eldest, most eligible Rousseau, he's expected to find a wife before the season ends, whether he likes it or not. When cellist Thea literally stumbles into his life at a gala, he knows she's the last person he could ever fall in love with. She's too innocent, too kind, and way too human. But now that she knows about his world, she's also a walking target. She needs protection. He needs a fake girlfriend to courage, overzealous vampire matchmaking. So Juliet makes Thea an irresistible offer. Pretend to be his lover and he'll change her life. For 1 year they'll attend the season's social events together in exchange for his protection and a way out of her mother's crippling medical debt. But with each moment they share, new dangers emerge, a desire as forbidden as their stolen touches, an awakening of a long-dead heart, and secrets that could tear them both apart. So, that is Filthy Rich Vampire. It really gives me Bridgerton vibes from that blurb, in terms of like them going for the season and it being like a society thing, and fake dating. It gives me like the Duke and I vibes from the first season of Bridgerton, because that was like a fake dating trope. So that really is interesting, and also the fact that it's a vampire and potentially human, I'm gonna assume. So kind of a bit of a forbidden thing, like enemies to lovers kind of thing. So yeah, interested in this. We'll see how we go with it. Not too sure, but we will give it a go. So yeah, so that is the final book I got from Waterstones. So now what I'm gonna do, what time is it, guys? It's 3 o'clock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my reading journal, and then hopefully after that I shall be able to read some more of Seven Summers, which I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm in such a reading slump. Like, I've just not been picking up books at all. And it's not Seven Summers by Paige Toon. I don't think it's the book's problem. I think it's just that I'm just not as interested in reading right now for some weird reason. I don't know why, but that is just how I feel. But I definitely want to try and finish it before the end of August, because otherwise I will be so far behind my reading challenge that I just don't think I'm going to reach it. And I really want to reach it, because at the start of the year I was doing really well. I was staying on track. Like, up until about June I'd say I was on track, and it's just gone like downhill. So I need to pick it up. So once I've read that, which I'm hoping I will finish either today or tomorrow, but once I finish that, I can then start Watership Down and Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I've been waiting to read for like 3 years. So I'm really hoping that I just get this book finished so I can get to it. But yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna get started on my reading journal, and yeah. So guys, I don't know if I've actually shown my reading journal for 2024 so far, but this is where I've got with it. So this is my cover page, and then I have my bookshelf, which I really need to update. It's actually out of date, this. And I also need to update my book stats. So these are like all the different types of books I've read. This is also my book of the year thing, which I do really need to catch up with. January, so I have my books read. So I read A Christmas Carol and Paige's Log, and then my TBR. I'm supposed to have A Christmas Carol's page on here, but I forgot to do it, so I've put it in February instead, because I already kind of put the title on, and then I realised this was meant to be A Christmas Carol. So my book's read for February, my Pages Log, which I've not used, so I've decided to stop doing my Pages Log now, at least for now, just while I'm not as like into my reading as much. But yes, here's my Christmas Carol page. I have my How to Kill Your Family page, which was the second book I read, and then November 9 page, which I read. Then we have March. Pages Log, again, look, I just don't really use it that all, so I've just decided to stop. April 2024, so I've got my A Good Girl's Guide to May page, and then all the books I read in April. So that's Letters from the Dead, Romeo and Juliet, and We Were Liars. So we are now in May. So in May I read The Thursday Murder Club, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be doing my page for A Thursday Murder Club, and also catching up on my other pages. So I'm going to do this, and then I shall show you how I've got on later on. I'm just ordinary guy. So guys, I've just finished doing all of my updates for my reading journal. So I've done my May 24 spread. My book's read, my TBR on the same page because I only read one book. My Thursday Murder Club page. Then I have my June page, and again my book's read, a spread, and my TBR. My Valentine review, and then my August 2024. And I also added these really cute pearls on this one. I thought, well, why not add some cute pearls? So I've added those on there. And then I have my books read page, obviously because we're not at the end of August. I haven't finished that one yet. And also my TBR and the books that I bought this month, because I didn't track the other months because I kind of forgot which books I bought, if any. So yeah, so that is that all finished. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the books which I bought today into my TBR jar. So you guys know that I have this TBR jar with all of the books that I haven't yet to read. And basically I just need to add them now into that jar. So guys, I have just decided to start making tea. I did a bit of a tidy up while I was off camera, and my friend dropped my quick Kindle off because I left it at his house yesterday. So I'm now going to start reading Seven Summers by page 2 while I make tea. So I'll tell you how far I'm into this now. I think I have about 100 pages left. Yeah, so I'm on page 333. Oh, might be a sign. But I'm on page 333. I think there's about 110 pages more to go, so I'll probably do that tonight actually if I really put an effort into it. But anyway, basically for dinner tonight I am making, so a very simple dinner, but I'm gonna give it a go. I'm having some cauliflower cheese, and we're gonna have these Parmentier potatoes. And the final thing that we're having is a ribeye steak. So basically I have steak, potatoes and cauliflower cheese. I'm so excited. I've not had cauliflower cheese in so long, so I'm really excited to eat that. And yeah, so let's get on with making tea and reading Seven Summers. So guys, while I was out yesterday, I also popped into Lush and I got, oh my god, what the heck? Anyway, that's pretty waterproof actually. So I got that back. They have a Minecraft range at the moment at Lush, so I picked up some Minecraft a bit because as a child of the 2010s, Minecraft was definitely a love of mine. So anyway, I bought basically all the different like block bath bombs, and I also got a Totem of Undying soap, which smells really good. But anyway, I'm just going to randomly pick a block from this bag of them to use in today's bath, which I'm going to read my Kindle. Oh. So I'm just going to put these back. So here's the bath bomb that I got, and today's is I actually guessed it before I even looked at it, and I didn't even know what was in this. But I got the diamond ore block, which looks like this. It's just a grey bath bomb with blue bits in it. Smells a bit like sweets, like a Parma Violet, but maybe with like a bit of blue raspberry as well. So I'm going to put this in my bath, and then while I'm in the bath I'm going to read some more of Seven Summers. I've got about 60 pages left to go, so yeah, let's put this in the bath. So guys, I'm just editing the current vlog that you've just watched. It is now like a week later. I was supposed to actually get this video up a week ago, but everything got really hectic and I didn't really have time to edit it. Every time I went to edit it, I ended up being busy, so that's why I have put it up on tomorrow, which is Thursday for you guys. And yeah, so that's that. But what I wanted to do to end off this video is basically to let you guys know that I finished Seven Summers by page 2, which I read in this video. I did actually finish it. Now I am reading, you can't see, but I am now reading Watership Down and The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I did get about 20 pages, maybe less, into The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo last week. I haven't read much of it, and the same with this. I started reading this is Watership Down that I've got on my Kindle now, because as I mentioned before, that the physical copy of mine is just horrendous. The pages keep falling out and I don't want to ruin the book. So that's why I've got it on my Kindle, and I'm on page 54 of Watership Down. So again, I'm not much far into this. But I just thought I'd tell you what I thought of Seven Summers. So I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. It's basically, like I said before, about this woman, and it's over a period of 7 summers, and she basically starts to have kind of like a holiday fling with someone she knew at high school, and she starts to learn more about that, and then something tragic happens in her family, which they both kind of share background knowledge on, and then he kind of moves on, because they always said something like, you know, every summer, if we're still single, then, you know, we'll see each other, and, you know, carry on this fling. But obviously it got to a point where she couldn't just keep, because he lived elsewhere, she couldn't keep just waiting every summer and hoping that a relationship would spark from it. So she meets someone new, and yeah, it's basically just the different, like, her new relationship and her past relationship, and sort of like looking at them side by side, and it was really good. So she was called Olivia, and then there was Finn, who was like the older, like the past relationship, and then there's Tom, who is the guy in the new relationship. And yeah, it was really interesting reading the stories, and also looking at the parallels between the different relationships, and what a relationship is like in your early 20s compared to like your late 20s, and what you kind of look for in a partner and things like that. It was really interesting in that sense, but it also was so like it tugged on the heartstrings. It, you know, you really cared about the characters, and you just didn't really know what was going to happen in the end, and I really liked that. So yeah, overall, page 2's Seven Summers, I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. Probably my favourite romance that I've read this year. And yeah, so that's that. Like I say, I'm now reading Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I'm reading Watership Down. So that is it for me. I thought I'd come on and end this vlog. So I really hope you enjoyed basically seeing like a bit of everything. So doing my reading journal, doing some reading, doing some book shopping, kind of doing a mix of everything that I do in my reading hobby, I guess, because it is kind of a hobby. And yes, so I shall end this here. Don't forget to give this video a like, comment, let me know if you've read these books and what you think and what you might do in your journal or whatever it may be, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye guys.